let's begin our conversation by looking at what the recently launched Pan-African Payment and Settlement System is all about. Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, otherwise called PAPS, is a centralized payment and settlement infrastructure developed to bolster the implementation of trading in local currencies within the African market. The aim is to simplify and harmonize cross-border transactions and reduce the use of hard currencies in intra-African trade, leveraging instant payment, pre-funding, and net settlement system. So let's make sense of this novel idea. Mr. Kasimo Garbar Kurfi, CEO, APT Securities and Mutual Funds. He joins us on the phone now. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you for joining us on Business Breakfast.
Okay, thank you for having me.
So let's look at this issue. Let me begin by asking you why the introduction of Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, and why now?
Well, if you remember, 80% of our African transaction, inter-African transaction, are settled cross offshore. And this is not helping us. It costs an average of $5 billion annually in just payment settlement cost of transaction. And if you look at it, all this money goes to the international banks across the sea. So why do we have to do that? Well, we can do it within ourselves. And therefore, now they came with this Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. It was developed by African Export Bank, that is Afrizim Bank. And the settlement will be done by them. And this is a game changer. Ask anybody in African economics, we need a game changer, and the game changer is to have a settlement system which is now called PAPS, an African Payment and Settlement System. We need it, and it's a key to success of African country free trade agreement.
So what is likely to change in the way we do business and transact within the African continent?
One, efficiency. You can imagine trading between Nigeria and Niger, or Nigeria and Togo has to go to France or UK before you settle. Now it will be settled within Africa. Even those countries that are having the same currency, let's say that the France country between Togo and Benin and Niger, it has to go to France to settle. Now they don't need to do that. It will be settled within Africa, so there will be more efficiency, and there is less cost of transaction, and there is operational efficiency, so that you get your money when and timely. So it is highly needed, and for a successful economy, you need a fast and efficient system of settlement.
So let's come back home now. What are the prospects for the Africa's largest economy, talking about Nigeria with over 200 million people? What are the prospects like for us?
It is great. Great in the sense that you can see whenever you reduce the cost of doing certain transaction, it will affect the price cost of those transactions. Because saving $5 billion annually across Africa is a great relief to the cost of doing transaction in Africa. At the same time, the cheaper the more people consume, the better for the efficiency of the system. As long as you want to settle the product, you need a settlement system. And by these paths, it opens the window and the way that brings efficiency and timely delivery within the system and at less cost.
Let's talk about the reason why this was set up, which you said earlier, to encourage easy inter-African trade in the region, as you have said. But how is it going to happen, and what model or form will this be adopted?
Afrizim Bank is across the entire African country. It was designed to promote export. Now that we are going to trade among ourselves, it will be the key bank for settling this transaction against the Africans. And what it means that the AfriZim is across Africa. It is in Nigeria, it is in Ghana, it is in Togo, it is in Benin, it is in Johannesburg, it is across Africa. And by using it as a settlement bank, it makes life easier. For every transaction across Africa, you are doing it with the same bank. And therefore, it makes most of our system, knowing your client is the same across Africa. So if you look at it, you will see that most of the other requirements that in trying to comply with US, in trying to comply with UK, in trying to comply with China, now is Africa. And we have the same. So knowing your customer is the same, what you obtain in Nigeria is what you obtain in Ghana. And money laundering is the same procedures across Africa. Payment confirmation and settlement is the same. So therefore, this brings efficiency within the system and making life better for Africans.
Perhaps some of the concerns of this payment platform is the cost of currencies conversion and high cost of settlement. The cost of annual currency conversion within the 54 African countries is estimated about $5 billion, which of course you're aware. So do you see these as limitations that needs to be addressed? If it is, how do you think this can be addressed with regards to reducing the cost of currencies conversion and settlement as well?
It's just like interbank settlement here.
Yeah.
Yes, if today a bank decided to bring some money, want to collect from the other bank, equally, that bank has to pay out some money into that. So it makes life very easier. Nigeria have sell their product across Africa, and Nigeria have acquired some product across Africa. So the bank find it very much easier. It's net to net. Maybe we went to South Africa and bought gold, or we bought bitumen, and here they decided to buy gas or such electronics. So it's net to net. It makes life very much easier, and therefore what goes within the country is the net amount. Despite all what you have sold out and what you bought out, is the net that come to you, and it makes life very much easier and better for the banking system.
But the point here, the point that has been really raised is high cost of currency conversions, because of course this trading, inter-trading will happen using the local currencies, and you have to convert to the other currencies. Not all currencies are the same across the African continent, but of course in converting that currency to the other, you have to pay tax. There's a cost attached to it, and of course the settlement cost as well, and that's the concern.
No, the exchange rate is not the issue, because even when you are doing it the offshore, you have to pay the exchange rate. The exchange rate is known to all on daily basis. So the bank have the exchange rate of each country on daily basis. So that is not the issue. But the issue is that, look, most of the transaction, if you go through the foreign exchange transaction, you will expect from US to UK to release the money. They say, no, they know you are client, this and this, they are undergoing this and this. It takes you long. But this is Africa.
Okay.
We all know ourselves. We all have the same common know your customer. We have most of the parameters. We have the same. And therefore, it makes life easier. The exchange rate is never an issue, because exchange rate is known and it's a daily affairs. The exchange rate of today is different from the exchange rate of tomorrow, but that is not the issue.
Okay.
The issue is the customers you are dealing with.
Right. Okay, let's drive home now, Mr. Kurfi. Integration of this kind of idea is key when you talk about these. But how do you suppose the facilitators of this platform can generate a strong buy-in, like a buying interest from traders and investors across Africa?
You see, take Nigerian, for instance. Today we have many Nigerian banks across Africa. We have Nigerian across Africa doing one way or the other of the business. With this kind of system, instead before you have to look for US dollar or French franc counters before you bring it to Naira, you don't need to do that. The system will automatically exchange you, and if you are in Nigeria, you get your Naira instantly, And if you are in South Africa, you get your rand instantly. If you are in Egypt, you get whatever the currency of that country instantly, because the exchange rate is known and settled instantly.